elephant habitat connectivity, corridors, gates, and underpasses, elephant conservation and conflict mitigation within the Mount Kenya, Laikipia and Samburu elephant ranges, and it's being presented by Enoch Ochieng.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go straight to our Mount Kenya Trust, how we try to link the habitats. These are habitats that are varying from one place to another, and we're trying to try to link them using the corridors, underpasses, and also gates. So this generally how we're doing that. But then Mount Kenya Trust our main mission is to drive collaborative action for the sustainable management of Mount Kenya biodiversity and natural resources through partnership with government, community, and civil societies. So elephant in sight. So when you look at this map, this was done in 2006. This map is 2006, and when you look at the red tracks, these are elephants streaking from. This is the Mount Kenya region. Then this is the corridor. Then we have Ngarindare, and as you proceed up, we have Lewa and Borana up over there. And then when you see this, the path that you should be taking, this is before the corridor was put in place, was constructed. You see it's streaking straight on instead of using this path here. And in this place, basically we have what we call Kisima, and it's a commercial farm. So when they do that, they're destroying all this farm product for this farm in this area. So and then a study in 2016, this is the latest census on elephants on the mountain, found out that we have this number of elephants in the mountain, 2,600. And this was said to be, there's a slight reduction in the number of elephants in this area, but it's said to be a stable population, just because one of the reasons might be because of the migration and this corridor that is here, and a slight drop because of the poaching in this area. So then that gave us the mind of constructing the corridor connecting. If you delete this area, then this place means there's really nothing. There's no elephant that can move across that area. So that gave us the chance of constructing this corridor that now made these elephants to actually come from all the way up here, Garindari, Lewa, Borana, you can see, Lewa, Borana, and then Garindari through into the Mount Kenya park. This is just a picture of our elephants using our corridor, and the corridor is fenced. It's a 14 stretch on one side, so it's a total of 28, and it's fenced in both sides. And we have fence maintainers that are using it, who are always here 24 hours and ensure that no damage or no breakage is unattended to. And then this is the underpass in that particular fence. And this, if you look up there, that's our road that is connecting, is an A2 road that means it's always very busy. But then now we've constructed this underpass that elephants are using. And when this underpass was constructed in 2011, the first day it was used, these two gentlemen went through it on the first day that it was open for use. And this is just a second underpass that we've constructed is further off from the other underpass. It's really distance, but then you can see it's also being used. This one was constructed this year, 2019. This is just a camera trap from Lewa, a collaborative organization. We are working with them. They have colored camera traps in the corridor that is just showing the elephants going through it. Like I said, we have fence maintenance in that area, and it's an employment opportunity for the locals around there. And another project that is happening is the fence project. And if you look up here, or maybe in later slide, but if you look up here, you see that there's a red line at the boundary. So this is the comprehensive fence that we are constructing currently, and we expect it to go the whole of this 5,000 square kilometers of the mountain. And when you look at this, for those who understand, this area, we call it's called Meru area, and then we have, that's where we have the Samburu up on the upper north side that we got this data from. So where I was trying to point is this area here. And now if you look at this, we have the Meru North, we have all these ranches and conservancy up here. We have the Shabas and we have the Samburus, and these are elephant tracks. These are 7 elephant tracks, elephant individuals that were coming this way. And then that means this area, we have the settlements and we have the communities in this area. So what happens is, if these elephants are moving this, automatically they're going to cause conflict in this area. So then that gave us an idea of constructing a one-way gate in this particular area. So, sorry. In this particular area, a one-way gate was constructed here that allows this elephant, when they streak from the upper north, they come straight and this come through this area, this particular area, and then they go into the forest with that area. And this is a one-way gate that only allows elephants to come into the reserve, then they find their way out, and we have found out that it's always working. They come in through here using the one-way gate. You can see the elephants going in through the one-way gate, and this is just this year, April this year, and we have this, when we captured that, we have camera traps in this area just to show how they are moving in. The other thing that we've introduced is using of smart enabled patrols. You see we have the, thanks to IEF, we have the horse patrol team that are patrolling using on horsebacks. And so one thing we have is called SMART, and SMART is Spatial Monitoring and Reporting Tool. Is a gadget that we have on a smartphone that we're giving out to the patrols, and then from here we can identify particularly where the patrols were, so they don't use GPS, instead they use the smartphones to do on their patrols. And this is just an example of an extract from the SMART, and then this is a map that was drawn using the SMART and it's projected on the Google Earth. So these are some of the observations they did, and then the yellow one is the tracks that they were, and all this you get from the SMART. So then SMART helps us in making decisions. So if you look at this one, this is a 260, I don't know whether it's possible to look at it. It helps us in making decisions on patrols, where we want teams to be and what we want them to do in those areas. So if you look at in 2016, you'll find that this area was really not, the whole of this year, this area was really not captured in our patrols. So then if you look in 2017, you'll find there's a little bit of improvement on that in the same. And especially this area that was not captured here in 2016. Now, if you look at the 2018 map, you'll find that we've really managed to capture this area, and that's now we've focused our patrols in this area. We've also managed to acquire some funding as Mount Kenya Trust to put some satellite camps for camping patrols in this area, because most of our teams are in the northern area around this area. So you see, moving all the way to here and then coming back on daily basis is kind of challenging. So we've also managed to put some satellite camps in these areas using just knowledge we are getting from SMART. These are just some of the advantages of SMART. The free source, it's online, it's available on cloud, all this. It's available in very many languages, and I mean, in Kenya we are using ZSL as the main people. And even Mount Kenya Trust, we are helping out, and we helped Ngarindare Forest Trust to start theirs on the same. Some of the way forward is we are trying to introduce it to KWS, KFS. I know KWS, Savo have adopted SMART. KWS, Mount Kenya region has not, and when we are trying to do that, KWS means Kenya Wildlife Service. KFS being Kenya Forest Service, and we are trying to introduce their rangers and this organization, government organization, to adapt that. And then greater information sharing through, when we do have this, it's not that those areas are not being looked at, they are just being looked at, only that we miss that data. And now what we're driving at is sharing that information. If we give them this area and everybody is always in this area, then we can share that data and get information on what's happening over there. Then potentially, we are trying to introduce, work with Earth Ranger technology, just to introduce it to the mountain. I'd like to give thank you to IEF and all our donors for giving us a chance to even serve the mountain as well. And always you can sign into this just to see what we are doing if you follow up us on our website. And yes, thank you so much.